Anya lived in a world of shadows, not the literal kind, cast by the moon or flickering candles, but the insidious kind that crept into her mind, twisting her dreams into nightmares so vivid they felt like reality. She'd always been a dreamer, lost in fantastical worlds, but as she grew older, her dreams turned darker, more sinister. At first, she dismissed them as the product of a fertile imagination. After all, who hasn't had a bad dream? But as the nightmares became more frequent and detailed, Anya began to feel a creeping dread. They weren't just dreams anymore. They were premonitions, whispers from a sinister future. One night, Anya dreamt of a towering, shadowy figure standing at the foot of her bed. Its eyes, two glowing embers in the darkness, seemed to bore into her soul. The figure reached out, its skeletal fingers brushing against her cheek. Anya woke with a gasp, her heart pounding in her chest. The next day, a strange package arrived. It was a small wooden box addressed only to Anya. Inside was a single delicate feather. Anya woke with a gasp, her heart pounding in her chest. The next day, a strange package arrived. It was a small wooden box addressed only to Anya. Inside was a single delicate feather. Anya began to document her nightmares, hoping to find a pattern, a way to prevent them from coming true. But the more she wrote, the more terrified she became. The nightmares were becoming increasingly violent. One night, Anya dreamt of a fire engulfing her home. She could see the flames licking at the walls, hear the crackling of burning wood, and smell the smoke. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. As the flames closed in, Anya woke with a start, drenched in sweat. To her horror, she found that her dream had come true. Her house was indeed on fire, and her family was trapped inside. Anya rushed to the scene, her heart pounding with fear. She watched helplessly as firefighters battled the flames, their efforts seemingly futile. In the end, Anya's family was rescued, but their home was destroyed. The experience shattered her world, leaving her feeling helpless and alone. She realized that her dreams were not just a warning, they were a prophecy. She was trapped in a nightmare that she couldn't wake up from. As the years passed, Anya's nightmares continued to haunt her. She became a recluse, isolating herself from the world in an attempt to avoid the terrible things she knew were coming. But no matter where she went or what she did, the shadows followed her, weaving their sinister tales into the fabric of her reality. Anya lived in constant fear, a prisoner of her own mind. She knew that one day her nightmares would claim her, and she would finally be free from the torment that had plagued her for so long. But until then, she would continue to fight, hoping against hope that she could somehow break free from the nightmare that was her life.